Hi guys, Josh here. Welcome to FramesPerSecond. Today we're here with Jazz.
Hi.
And we're testing some underwater film cameras. We've got the Nikonos V, which is your more professional one. And you have the Minolta Weathermatic 35, which is a point and shoot. So we're going to test them out, see if they're worth using, especially if you want to get underwater stuff, because, you know, you can't really carry a digital camera underwater, but maybe you can carry a film one. And we're also shooting some Kodak Gold and some ColorPlus. But anyway, we're gonna go into the Spring Hill Baths, which is kind of it's a heritage listed site. So it's gonna look cool and vintage as well. So let's get wet. It's Minolta Weathermatic, so it only meters at 100 and 400 ISO. So anything you put that's under 400 ISO, it's going to meter at 100. So we're using 200 speed film, so actually overexpose it one stop, which is actually pretty good. So, and if you put anything 400 or above, it will just meter at 400. So once again, if you're doing color negative, that's actually pretty good because it's just overexposing this stuff. It's got two different lenses. You got a 35 and a 50mm option. So you just hit that button, switch between it. It's f-stop of 3.5 on the 35mm and then 5.6 on the 50mm. All the waterproof cameras seem to have this little kind of plate thing that you gotta lift up and you put the film under that. This isn't auto wind, our other camera isn't though. So this is the Nikonos V. So it went up to 6. 6 was the last one that it made. And so this is more of a rangefinder, except it doesn't really have a rangefinder patch. So you gotta guess the distance. And to keep it waterproof, you gotta use these knobs to change your focus and your f-stop. But it does have these cool pincers to kind of show you which distances will be in focus. So that's kind of handy. And so this has to be down at all times when you're in the water. And you've got to wait for the camera to kind of dry off before lifting it up to rewind your film. So one cool feature of this one was that it would float in the pool.
Oh yeah.
So if you did drop it, it wouldn't just like sink to the bottom of the ocean. It would actually float, which is handy. But this one just sunk when we put it in the pool. So
oh yeah, we did a floating test. It was funny.
Yeah. Obviously the Nikonos has more features. It's got like aperture priority. It's got shutter priority. It's got fully manual if you want. And then this is just fully auto. And there's a set distance that you can get with focus above and below water, and it changes so you have less focus when you're underwater. There's a little button for that. With the Nikonos, it's all zone focusing. So you don't have autofocus, you just gotta be, that's maybe 4 meters. But 1.2 is the closest you can get to somebody with this one. But as far as focusing goes, it was kind of hit and miss with both of them. So I will say the Nikonos aperture priority wasn't always great when metering above the pool, because it was always a bit darker than I wanted it to be. But the Nikonos is a bit sharper, so
yeah.
Obviously a point and shoot lens isn't going to be as good as a proper Nikon rangefinder. Apparently I did lose some images to some chlorine damage, so I might just need to replace one of the O seals in this, but don't really know until the next time I shoot it. Jazz got the most photos well exposed.
Surprisingly.
And so I think I probably won't shoot the Nikonos in aperture priority. I think I will probably just go manual from now on. But it should also be said, it did get pretty cloudy, so we didn't have as much light in the pool area as I wanted it to be. The Weathermatic can't really focus far away when you're underwater. But yeah, so Jazz's photo still looks nice, even though the focus is close. One thing we did notice with the film stocks, which we're not going to talk about a lot just because this is mainly about the cameras, is that the gold had a nicer blue, but the ColorPlus had more yellow tones, so like skin tones were a bit better. And so they're both kind of in focus, but obviously the Nikon is much sharper than the Minolta.
Yeah.
And obviously that just comes from this being more of a glass lens, a high quality lens. This is plastic. Mostly plastic. There's like some glass in it, I think. The Nikonos is just nice and sharp. And for some reason it metered a lot better when we were in the pool. And I don't know if that's just because there was more bounce coming from the inside of the pool because it was a lighter color.
But yeah, all the Nikonos stuff under the water turned out really nice as far as exposure goes.
So, very easy, very light. It floats for your convenience if you ever kind of lose it, but then at the same time you have a strap that can go over yourself. And then, yeah.
And it has a flash.
Yeah!
Which was handy.
Very handy.
The thing with the Nikonos was it was kind of slower to use because you did have to go, this is my f-stop, and then see how much room you had for focus. Yeah, I will say like the metering of the Minolta was actually pretty good.
Yeah, plus the flash. I think it flashed quite a few
Yeah,
times.
it did, because
Yeah.
it was pretty dark.
Yeah.
Because it's a rangefinder, but it doesn't have a rangefinder patch. My framing wasn't exactly what I was hoping it would turn out to be. So yeah, this video is 90% of us being like, it's not in focus.
But that's okay. Can't expect too much.
Yeah.
But it is a fun camera to have, you know, rather than a GoPro.
You can still see these on Marketplace every now and then. I picked this one up for 40 bucks, but if you go on eBay, they're probably like almost 200 now. And so I got lucky that it was just some lady that needed to get rid of them. And then the Nikonos, I got this for, I think I got it for $250 Australian, but I think it's probably more expensive now, like $350 or $400. So for these last year, not this year, these aren't just to shoot in pools or in the beach. It's like if it's raining and you want to take photos, waterproof camera helps.
Yeah.
Or if you're in the snow, like it's called the Weathermatic, not the waterproof-matic. This is for weather, like snow, rain, whatever's going on. I think unless you're doing professional work, this is definitely worth the money. But obviously if you want to shoot professional stuff, especially surf photos, I know a lot of people like to use this for surfing in Australia.
Just don't, you know, lose it in the
Lose it.
ocean. Have like a floating device for it. Maybe
Yeah.
attach it to a buoy or something.
And I know you can get flashes for this that have like a full-on extending arm. It's like almost like a little spotlight in a way. And that's what a lot of people did when they were shooting underwater and stuff.
Overall, like, you know, they're great cameras if you want to shoot on film. And yeah, I kind of want the Weathermatic now for snow. But obviously it doesn't snow in Australia. But maybe when I go snowboarding, it might be pretty cool to have.
The Spring Hill bars, if you're in Brisbane, it's just a bit above the valley. And it actually was a pretty decent price. Obviously, during the whole COVID thing, I don't know if you can actually go there at
Probably.
the moment.
No.
I don't know what's going on. I haven't looked it up, but once you can go back to public swimming pools, it's a really good place. It was pretty cheap, and even the membership looked pretty good, especially for summer in Brisbane.
Yeah.
But yeah, this isn't the most technical review. This was just us having fun at a pool and just playing with cameras we hadn't used before. So obviously the next time I use it, I'll probably have more accurate and informative things to say about these cameras. But for the first time using it, it was fun, and we got some usable images.
Yes.
And I guess at the end, that's all that really matters.
So that's all the time we have for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and feel free to like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications so you know when there's a new episode. Anyway, I'm Josh, this is Frames Per Second. Just get out there and shoot some film.